Let's see. So yeah, Broken Sword. This is the first Broken Sword game. I've never played it before. We've made great progress so far. We just finished the Marib section, which was what a joy that was. That was a very fun little area. And on top of that, previous playthroughs, we've done Ireland. Where else? We got some stuff in Paris, of course. And there's another location, Spain. You're in Spain as well. They've completed all those things. If you are interested in going back and watching some of the previous, playthrough sessions, there is a link to a Google Sheet that will bring you to the playlists on YouTube, if that is a thing that you are interested in. I'm going to scroll down here. This is us. Oh, yeah, like a man. So this is us just back from Marib. You can see that we have the chalice. We have this lens.
It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body.
Yeah, and in fact, I can update my notes a little bit because Klausner, we ran into Klausner. And we got this handy lens here. This chalice is part of it. We also have a gem that we got from Ireland that sits on top of a tripod that we found here in Paris. And I think that is basically what is up. We are aware that there is a sword, perhaps a broken sword, I guess, that's floating out there that people are after. But at the moment, there is not really I think there might have been a direction given, but because I only played this game in the middle of the night at this point, I may have just forgotten. So we'll have a chat with some people and get caught up and see if we can get some direction here.
Hello, my handsome friend.
The one thing I will say is that I think at the end of last stream I checked if we could fly anywhere else at this point, because I thought maybe I could go back to Marib again. The main reason being that there's a picture, so you can see that just above my head here in the notes section, there's like this manuscript, which I can actually make a little bit bigger for the sake of this discussion. We're basically collecting items out of here. There's like a loom that we haven't gotten quite yet. Not the one from Brian Moriarty, perhaps, but certainly a loom all the same. We also have this, there's a tripod with a gem thing, or a lens. I guess this is a lens. This might be the lens. This is the tripod with the gem thing. And then, there's a mirror here that has 3 faces in it. But we saw that there were 3 faces in where, like, the space that we were in previously, etc., etc., etc. So, like, I don't know if... I thought instinctively that we maybe need to go back to it, but it doesn't seem like that's an option at this point. So once again, we'll kind of be going around. The one thing that has been very interesting about this game is it's been quite difficult to know where to go next. So we are going to putt a little bit.
Does this lens mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Cool, that is my best,
See you later.
ask for you.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
To be fair, she's been quite helpful on a few occasions here, so I always pop by and say hello to our friend here. Carpets, yes. Yeah, okay, cool. Cropping. I was like, is the cropping okay? Yeah, it looks fine. I'll just double check the airport again. I looked at this before. Yeah, we can't go anywhere. Lockmarnes closes off. This is Spain, Marib. So yeah, Paris is pretty much the only place we can go at our current juncture. I also think we went to the museum at the end of... Did we? I guess we'll go here first. I think I may have done this, but the other hookup that we have is this guy, Andre, who knows a thing or two about a thing or two. And it's always good to run some of the stuff we're finding by him, only because he might have something interesting to say. I want to say I did this already, but we're going to go do it again.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. Does this lens mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Okay, well that was really enlightening.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Did they replace this this display? So we stole
The glass
something out of
case
here.
was intact, but the tripod had been replaced by a sign reading, "Exhibit temporarily removed."
Okay. Couldn't tell what was going on. If there were, it looked like there was like a pair of shoes back there for some reason, but I think it was just like what was behind the glass versus what was in front of the glass. Okay. So we press on. Let's see what else we can do here. There's a bunch of interesting places, certainly out here. Maybe the police station could be a good place to go. This has been an interesting development. Obviously, Moo, I think, spoilers, died or something off screen, very confusingly. Also, this guy over here took it really, really seriously when we were talking about the Templars and stuff, which is an interesting development. But in any case, let's have some chats with these folks. Let's see if we get anything.
Hi there.
Bonjour. Ah, Monsieur Hardy, no?
Stobart. George Stobart.
All right. It does not look like I can actually even talk to. I've already forgotten this guy's name already, but
What do you think this lens could be used for?
Hard to say, monsieur.
Do you know anything about medieval communion cups?
No, monsieur. I was a duffer at school when it came to history.
Thanks for your help, officer.
okay. That was. At least we're getting to the bottom of these things a little bit quicker now. That's good. That's another another spot off the thing. So we've done the museum. We've done the police department. This is where the game begins, I believe, if I recall correctly. What is this cafe here? What is this? Oh, right. This is where the game begins. Interesting. We haven't talked to this guy in a minute.
Hello again.
Yes, Inspector.
Oh yeah, this guy thinks that we're a detective.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to shake my hand?
Frankly, no.
I
that
have to be
reminds me.
going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
The end of the last interaction there, we did finally get to use the buzzer, the little hand buzzer, which was amazing. So I don't think there's anything over here, but I'm just kind of doing my due diligence really fast just to make sure everything is all on the up and up. I am not gonna go down into the sewer again unless I really have to. So the score really goes for it right here every time we walk through this space. Okay, so what's this then? If that was... Okay, this is, Okay. Alright, well that takes that out of there. So we really only have one place to go, and it's here. Oh, this guy's back. So this dude was, we had to get rid of him for a little bit to be able to kind of mess with these other folks over here. I think that was what happened, so
You're back.
we're good. Yeah,
Oui,
there we go.
I have returned.
Hello again.
This guy's a character.
Hello again, monsieur.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see you back here again.
No? Well, it is a strange thing, but I am here on duty.
On duty? But you're just sitting there drinking wine.
No, I am not just drinking wine. I am undercover.
Ooh.
I must be missing something. You're in uniform.
Precisely, monsieur. My cover is that of an indolent, wine-guzzling police officer.
You've got me convinced.
Merci. But in reality, my every muscle is poised, every nerve honed. I am drawn tight, ready to pounce. Pajang!
Who or what were you planning to pizzang on?
Good
You
question.
must have heard, monsieur, of the terror that is gripping Paris.
You mean the killings? Oh, at last, someone's taken action.
People die every day.
Oh, yikes.
No, I am on the trail of Sewer Jacques.
Who?
Sewer Jacques, the terror of the subterranean city. He pops up here, he pops up there. The cops, they seek him everywhere. Is he so hush or beneath the neck? That damned elusive Sewer Jacques.
Bravo, that's very good.
Merci. I was up half the night writing that.
All right.
Who is this Sewer Jacques character anyway?
Ah, if we but knew that, we could have him in custody in an hour. But he is cunning. To despoil the sewers of our fair city, he has committed many deceptions. He has pretended to be a police officer and deluded a poor war veteran.
Uh-oh.
He has pretended to be a jongleur
Wow, is that the time?
and an American tourist. What nationality are you, monsieur?
Canadian. Well, gotta go now. See ya. Well, it's not everyone who can say they started an urban myth.
Very good. Okay.
I think he suspected me of being the mysterious Sewer Jacques. And the last thing I needed at the moment was to be arrested for crimes against public sanitation.
Okay.
I think he... And the last...
Okay, so we can't do anything else here. All right, Sewer Jacques in the house here. I guess we shouldn't go in the sewer then, right?
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
We have the tools. Is this guy gonna be like, are you
Hey.
that guy?
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing? Leave that cover alone. Now.
Am I gonna have to go back in the sewer in the other
Sorry,
spot?
no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Okay. What is this? There's like a small gear over here. What is that?
An ornate fountain stood in one corner of the square.
Sure.
I'd have to come by here in the summer to see it working.
What is this?
At the top of the stairs was a medieval church.
Can it use the church? What is this? Okay, it's just coming up here. Oh, we've got a person. This is a new person. This guy was not here last time. Who we got?
Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Terrific. Okay, what do we got going on here?
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh, man, that's awful.
Oh man.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
Okay.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay, right side is original.
You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur. But it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
Okay, Templars?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
George cutting right to the chase here.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
Okay, go on.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
Just a little go on.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that.
Okay. I didn't realize that's what he had in his hand, the candlestick.
I've got a red nose.
Oui, so you have.
I've got a red nose.
Have you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen him before.
Have you ever heard of this guy?
No, monsieur. I'm afraid not. Is he a friend?
Not really. More of an acquaintance. I have here a sewer key.
Ah, oui?
I don't know why I'm showing you this.
Neither do I.
I love that they made him record that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I was in Ireland recently and I brought back this plaster.
My sister brought back a shillelagh.
Okay.
I thought about using the shake and shock on him, but I couldn't do that to a priest.
Okay. Interesting. Another thing we learned about George.
What do you make of this chalice?
Oh, the chalice.
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Oh.
Yeah?
Okay,
What
here
does
we
it
go.
say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
I mean, yeah, polish
That would be
away.
Very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
Meanwhile, this guy just totally like steals it from me or something. We sit down.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Okay. Oh, does he do the butts thing still?
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
There it is. Yeah. What is like they put that on a piece of paper like that's the one. That's the line. That's it. Bring in George. It's quite a choice. All right. It looks like that's as far over as we can go. Yeah, me
I didn't
too.
recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors.
All right, let's have. I guess he's been polishing long enough, right? 10 years later, yeah.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Several hours later.
Okay, I guess there must be something we're supposed to notice, I guess.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
It looks like I don't like what is this smile here? I don't know. I can't really zoom in on this without like messing with the layout up. But like he's got this like very uncomfortable grin going on. I'm not really a big fan of it. Are each of these panels different, or is this looks like one big panel, isn't it? Okay.
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
I think I've looked at
Carrying
all
that
these.
armor around must have been hard work.
Did all of Syria and he was still polishing. That's funny.
I was surprised Philip Lebel had left this place alone.
I noticed that he set down the candlestick. I wonder if we can pick that up.
Just think, there's a dead guy under there.
Just think.
Biblical references engraved, I guess.
Yeah, okay. What is the pathing here? I think that's part of his hitbox still.
The priest was still... A priest stood by the...
I guess, do I like leave and come back or something?
There was no water to... And the leaf...
No water to frolic in. Wish I hadn't clicked through that. There he is, still going. I guess they're... Have a look around the church.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Okay, so that suggests that there's something in the church that I need to do. Let me have a look at the manuscript here. We've got like a lens and a guy, like kind of a knight. Like, this guy's not necessarily a knight, is he? Not really. But can he hold on to it? Can we do something with this? It's kind of similar. Oop. I realized I have this over the front. My bad. You didn't miss anything, just a shrug from George. I was thinking that maybe you could do this. Like the lens on...
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff.
Oh.
But I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported.
Oh, okay. So this is a different... Oh, what? Oh, okay. Hang on. I didn't realize this wasn't just one big hotspot. These are multiple things here.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Oh?
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Wow.
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Well, if that's a spyglass, that means that the lens is probably going to be quite helpful here, right? This is I didn't expect
the
this.
lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Like a glove. Let's have a little peek, shall we?
Hey!
Hey.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date.
Oh? Oh, right, there's a date at the bottom there.
Let me see. MCCC-XIV. That's 1314.
Okay, 1314. Thank you, George. Okay, so we have a year. I don't know what
Hello
that
again, Father.
will do for us. Oh, what do we got here? That was enough
Hey,
time.
thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah.
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Okay.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay, that's the one with the burning, I guess,
Did you
right?
know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The Burning Man?
What, you knew?
that there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted.
Oh.
Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens.
George. Of course.
You must be proud to have such an incredible collection.
Pride is a fine example.
We already went through that. Yeah, okay.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
There we go. Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Why does he have to look away? This is becomes kind of strange otherwise. Anyways. The wall one over here in the corner. I'm assuming it's this one that we want to look at. But it could be maybe over here somewhere.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake.
Okay.
There was no name on it. But the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family.
Ooh, okay.
I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more.
Yeah, I wonder if I need to write these down.
Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap.
At least somebody does.
The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Okay.
It was hard to believe it was the same chalice. Now the light gleamed off its perfect surface. Okay, let's have another look at those references. Psalms 32:7, John 4. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions.
Okay, so I guess what we need to do here is we need to ask about these passages, I guess, whatever you call these. And I guess we have a priest on hand here, so
Hello
that'd be a
again,
good
Father.
place to start.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Boy,
Merci.
Okay.
Catch.
Au revoir.
That would have made too much sense, I suppose.
waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
Do I need to pick up the lens again or anything, or? Let's see. Kind of leaving it out in the open seems like a bad idea, but that could totally happen in an adventure game, you know what I mean?
A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date.
Okay. I suppose that we need to, I guess, investigate this a bit further. I guess we'll go back to Andre and maybe Nico. The thing about Nico is Nico doesn't seem to know anything, but like also has the connections, do you know? Andre is a weirdo, but happens to know quite a bit. So this is the company we keep here. So I guess we'll start with the museum. I mean, unless like we go back to Spain or something, I don't really know. Again, it's sort of like, I guess we just need to pull the connections together. Guess we'll give him the shiny cup.
Hi, Andre.
Start here.
Hello, Georgie.
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
You sure know your onions.
Okay, wow, that was oh, okay, what do you got
While
for me?
I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Nerval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Okay, well, where was this the last time we were talking to him? Sheesh.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay. Maybe that unlocked something. That's a big nugget of information. So there's a second statue. Is that what I'm to understand here? Yeah, okay, cool. I guess we'll go. Hello. Oh, this guy looks very friendly. Oh, what do we have here? So we can go in the doors here. This guy taking a smoke break. Bucket is usable. Anything else back here? It doesn't look like it. We can look at stuff, of course, as per usual.
The gate was surrounded by some pretty fancy ironwork. I couldn't climb over.
Okay. I mean, there's a door, but...
The gate was...
what do we got here? So the bucket.
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
Okay, so it's a paint bucket. Gray.
The painter didn't seem to regard the painting as too important. Not as important as a cigarette break, anyway. There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
It's my apartment here, it feels like.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Get away from my dumpster. It's the same thing with the bars.
I couldn't climb over.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's talk. Let's see what's up with this guy.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions.
Not very friendly. All right, we'll start with Templar.
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right, I guess that's the end of that.
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
Let's go. All right.
So, what are you doing here?
Game
I am
surprises
having
racing.
my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break,
Different
an
room.
interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
All right.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job.
Mm.
Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
All right, so honest. That's great.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là.
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Oh.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
I mean, the guy's got it figured out, doesn't he?
I have a red nose.
Imagine.
I wanted him just to just do nothing, just like take a drag and then just like sigh or something. That would have been great.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing.
Humor improved during the game. It is this game continues to surprise me with its dialogue. It's never like what I think it's going to be. It's always something different, something weird.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So he's been around.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
Got him.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so there's no more information about that.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
All right.
I have some plaster of Paris.
Amazing.
I was pretty sure the Shaken Shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Okay, so we're just carrying around garbage now. Perfect. I love that.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Okay.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay. We interact with this, paint.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh.
Cool. All right, I guess we'll try to go in. I don't really know. In fact, before I do this, just to be safe, let's make a quick save here. You never really know what's going on around the corner here. Paint can. Okay, go right in. That was easy. Okay, we've got a guard, it looks like, over here. Got a telephone, a door. Back out. These shovels do not seem selectable. Additionally, we've got some sort of, I don't know if this is an intercom or something. Kind of looks like it has a little speaker system. I don't know. We'll look at it. And look at whatever this is. This is a, I don't know, looks like some sort of, I don't know, another room or something. You can look at this. This is like a mine cart.
Yep, that was definitely debris. I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
All right, suit yourself.
Yep, I couldn't see a dumpster with some debris in it.
Okay, what do we got in here?
The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Okay. What is this?
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall.
Okay, so it's a thermostat. Okay. Well, speaking of things being hot or cold, I'm actually gonna throw a sweatshirt on. So give me like 1 second. I'm just gonna run to the other room. Be right back. Alright, cool. I'm back. Literally just need to run to the other room faster. Boom. Okay. What a goofy little break. Okay, so we'll play with this in a minute. I think I want to look at everything first. So we have a door.
That guard had been put here to guard something. My guess was that the excavation was behind that door.
I think that's a pretty good guess. I've got a red nose, George. Yeah, we still have that tissue, which is so funny as well.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous.
Okay. Jeez, George. Right in front of him.
There was a telephone on the far wall.
Okay. Another door.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
Okay. I think that's everybody. I guess we'll talk to the guy first.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
That's how I start all of my conversation. I just walk up super close to them. I'm like, hi.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing.
Oh.
Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Uh-huh.
The guard was being amazingly evasive.
Yes, and one question.
It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Checkmate.
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard.
Getting very defensive.
I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
No normal hole. Let's show him the nose.
I've got a red nose.
Oh.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing.
Oh, yes.
Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
Okay.
Do you recognize this name?
Merlin. No.
Merlin.
This gadget is a sewer key.
So it is.
I got this plaster from Ireland.
Not an exciting souvenir.
That's another one. We were hanging on to this plaster. There's been a bunch of times where I've been like, this will work somewhere, but it hasn't come through yet.
I was going to have to get rid of this thing. It was dead.
But not right now, apparently.
Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
Look.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Imagine.
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
To be fair, we've taken that tissue around the world. It's actually, like I don't know, maybe the furthest a tissue's ever gone.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Okay, so can I not Can't pick this thing, maybe? A little... No? Okay. Phone.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did? Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
All right. That was really heartwarming there.
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
It looks like it is, based on what we can see here. Okay. I guess this is going to come down to us messing with the heat, right? So he wants it warm in here.
I turned the heating off.
Yeah. That seems good.
Hi again.
What is it?
What is this?
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of deja vu.
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Okay.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Oh.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Literally haven't even walked away from him yet. Okay.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door.
Okay. So the heat's off. Is this another kind of like order matters thing? So the heat's off. We have the key to the door, but we need the guard to move. Guess we'll head in the bathroom here. Maybe there's something. What kind of? Well, this is quite the outfit they've got going on here. So you've got a shovel that we can interact with. This is like a boiler. The actual toilet itself. A drippy faucet. This game has the worst plumbing.
I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to
So
investigate.
many leaky pipes and stuff. It's
Being in a charming
crazy.
comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause.
Okay.
I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning. A bin stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while.
Okay, so we can't interact with any of these things.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it.
Okay.
There was a big old boiler used for heating the building. I didn't want to use that unless I really had to. A filthy wash basin hung on the wall.
Filthy wash basin.
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
You're carrying a sewer key, which is like half of your body. From the stance there, it's like a giant pogo stick type level thing.
The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal.
That makes no sense at all.
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
How is that where we draw the line with what adventure game protagonists can hold on to? That's crazy.
I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room.
Let's do it.
Or I could just go through the door like a sane person.
Oh. Yeah, Guybrush has like animals and like tools and Who knows what else going on in there?
I didn't want any coal. A huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff.
Okay.
The keyring contained the keys to the washroom and the excavation.
Pretty good. Excuse me. So if we can't bring the shovel out, maybe we can bring something to the shovel. I mean, we got water. Can we do something with the plaster here?
The taps were rusty. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Bust it. This is sort of my crowbar here, this this tool at the moment. Alright, let's see what's going on out here, I guess, because the other thing going on is the fact that the heating was turned all the way off. Has he turned it back on?
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. I'd turned the thermostat all the way down. It was getting pretty chilly.
Getting pretty chilly. Okay, that's good. Chilly's good.
Hi again.
What is it?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Oh, is it still showing Monkey Island right now? I could have sworn I changed it. Well, looks like it's Circle of Blood over here. Might need to refresh, maybe. It's so weird. Twitch is really odd about making that change, I've noticed. It, like, is very strange about it. Because it's weird, because my OBS is saying Monkey Island, but it always does this thing where it updates it and then moves it back. But like the chat thing I see comes up as it. Yeah, Circle of Blood is strangely correct. So that's actually the name of this game in North America, which is what it's listed as on Twitch. So yeah, it's weird. It's an odd one. I didn't know that until somebody told me before, but yeah, that's like an alternate name of the game.
Have you seen this man before? You have?
Non.
Talk.
Au revoir.
I mean, maybe we can get Nico to do like a distraction or something.
Hello, Nico. It's me.
What do you want?
Some ideas.
You're the man on the spot, George. I can't hold your hand all of the time. Au revoir.
I wouldn't mind if you held it at least some of the time.
Yeah, it wasn't very helpful. Not even like a single hint at or anything. Tough crowd, huh? Yeesh. Okay. Can we change the heating again?
I turned the heating off.
Was it not off before?
I turned the thermostat back to where I'd found it.
Oh, interesting.
I turned the heating off.
So did he change that then? Can I leave with the keys? Or is he gonna yell at me for that?
Hey, monsieur, don't go with my keys.
Okay.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. I'd turned the thermostat all the way down. It was getting pretty chilly.
Pretty chilly.
The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
This is a tough one.
Hi again.
What is it?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I
Oh wait, that's probably the right one here. Hmm.
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
I need you.
Again.
I have...
So we didn't get really anything in the bathroom.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir.
I like that George just shrugs at the door as if he has no idea how to use a door. So I have to imagine we have to do something in here. Oh, we can operate the taps. I didn't realize that.
The cold tap's washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink. The cold tap's washer looked...
Is this one hit spot then?
I didn't want to use that unless I really had to.
What did we just get there? Is that soap?
It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site.
Okay. What are we...
The cold tap's washer looked
What are
to
we
have
doing
failed.
with soap?
It was just dribbling down the sink.
I don't want to pick up a shovel, but a random bar of soap, well.
I figured washing my hands with that soap in that sink would just get my hands dirtier than when I'd started.
Okay. Just soap. What do we do with soap? Oof. You wet the tissue? Oh, maybe. Let's see. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, this is interesting, because this was like a clue early on, but it kind of just didn't pan out. You clean the tissue off?
No way. It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site.
Borrowed. We borrowed it.
I figured washing my...
We like stick this through here. Because the other thing is like maybe we need to hide the keys somewhere. That I don't know. I don't know.
It was the
that
soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
It was just soggy. Which leads me to believe that it's a single. Like, tissue to me is like a single use one, whereas like a hanky would be multi-use, but I don't know.
Hi again.
What is it?
What was I supposed to say? Hey, look what I stole.
Yeah. Maybe go with that. All right, so let's what was this at?
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out. No wonder it was...
Okay, so he turned it back up when I was out.
I turned the heating off.
So when I leave, the heat goes up. So whatever needs to happen with this needs to occur whilst I'm in the room.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
And then the other side of this is the fact that we have this space here too. So we do need to consider, I mean, I guess the only interactable thing is the paint. What do we do with paint? Maybe we dip some. I mean, I've got the soap, so I'm going to use soap on some stuff for a minute, but...
Hey, monsieur, get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh.
Maybe we can talk to this guy about the guard?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Maybe not.
Would you be interested in soap? Not at this exact moment, no.
It's quite a statement.
Have you ever seen anything like this? Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know. You? Yes.
Oh, yeah, we went through these. Okay.
Be seeing what?
Hmm.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this one. We did. I'm glad that we have a bit of direction here. I know we haven't had a super long session tonight, but I actually do need to get running to bed here in the not too distant future. I think we've done pretty good. So we've moved into this area now where we have a guy who's protecting a dumpster, and he also has a paint can. And then we also have this guy who's watching a dig
A
site.
thermostat was mounted over
Excuse
a
me.
radiator. I'd turned the thermostat all the way down. It was getting pretty chilly.
Oh, okay. So it's only when I go in here does it reset. It's still cold. Is there anything else that would? Like my only thought is like maybe. Like maybe there's a way to like, or like I don't know, do something with the boiler, I guess. Like maybe he turns it up and like it breaks, and so he goes home. Because it's not like we can sit here and wait it out. Like we can't really. That's not like an option. And this is just debris in here.
Yep, that was definitely debris.
Look at
I
this.
couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
Look at the zoomed in version of George. It actually does not look very good. It literally is just the same sprite but zoomed in. Do you see this? They didn't like redraw it. It's interesting. This game is fascinating in many ways. Very interested in thinking, trying to figure this one out here. I might need to sleep on this one. Mainly because it's quite late. Getting a little bit tired here. Where can I send you folks this evening?